What's up, guys? Just trying to get my stabilizer to cooperate with me. There we go. Here in Belize right now. Oof. There we go. All right. So guys, I got a new video I want to tease today in this live stream. I'll wait for you guys to show up. I'm also going to do a video regarding my lodging here as well. I'm staying in one of the worst rated places on Booking. I'll get to all that in a moment. I've also got some shout outs in order, some new announcements, but I'm going to wait for you guys to file in. And as always, remember to double tap that screen to drop a like. We got Alan in the house. We got Beautiful Life. So I'm here in Belize. I got a nice ocean view room. I'll give you guys the tour in a minute. I'm sitting here in front of my computer designing some new merch. I'll announce some of the new merch in a moment. But yeah, it's been a fun trip so far, guys. Although I have some information to share. What's up, Ocean Simmons? We got John, Callie John. Good to see you, brother. Down in your stomping grounds in Belize. Trevor Simmons. Hey, I got a shout out in order for Trevor. So guys, I wanted to get right to it. We got Mike Morgan in the house. I wanted to get right to it. The new merch is doing great. I designed everything, guys. I'm not a professional graphic designer. I'm doing my best. I'm getting better. I'm leveling up. I wanted to give a shout out to Trevor Simmons, Kathy, Tracy, Michael, Roger, and Jill Ayers, who have all purchased merch from the shop. T-shirts. We got the Ronaldo Java Wasted mugs. The link to the merch shop is in the description. What's up, Todd Lancaster in the house? Howdy from Northern Michigan. Carl Stewart. So I wanted to give you guys all a shout out. I'm working on the issue with the UK. The merch seems to not be able to be available in the UK. But guys, the new merch, I got a trucker cap designed. I got a Tropic Monster coffee mug with the OG photo and the Vamanos on there. I got a BEER STEIN for all you beer fanatics. So we have a 22-ounce BEER STEIN up on the shop now. And then Katie, shout out to Katie. She was like, can you make an insulated mug? What's up, Pamela? Good to see you. Good to see you, Pamela. How you doing? GGB in the house. Awesome. Thanks, Gigi. And so Katie wanted me to do a 40-ounce insulated travel mug. And this is not a cheap item. As you know, when you use a name brand double wall insulated travel mug and then also have a logo and everything printed on there, the cost is a little high. But Katie was like, you know what? I want you to make it no matter what so we can put our booze in there when we're in Cancun and look like we're drinking coffee. So I've got one 40-ounce insulated name brand Polar Camel Thermos out there. Like I said, it's not the cheapest item. I'm trying to keep the items high quality. Billo asks, what's your zodiac sign? Well, I'll tell you as long as you don't make a voodoo doll out of me. Someone once said in the comments they made a voodoo doll out of me and they were poking it. So if you can promise me that, I'll tell you my zodiac sign. Dr. D Sunny in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Getting Java wasted over here. Hey, what's up, Wayne? Good to see you, man. You watching from Australia, right? Wayne in the house. We got Ann Sokolovich. Hello, hello. Good to see you, Ann. So guys, the upcoming video, the teaser, the thumbnail of this live stream, I'm not down here on a tourist visa run, but I wanted to finally do this video for everybody who has to make the 6-month run. Every 6 months, the tourist visa runs out. And I wanted to once and for all answer the question, is the run to Belize and back to Mexico the easiest tourist visa run? And I compare it to Medellin and Bogota. So that's coming tomorrow. I dropped the fresh $2 budget meal video today. So I've been a busy guy. What's up, Billy? Hello from Winnipeg. Nice. 11th of December to the 22nd. Awesome. I should be in Playa during those dates. We got Anthony in the house. Marie. Wow, so sweet. She says, hey, Ropey, thank you so much for your recommendation on Doña Paola, Cartaccio, and Renzo. Playa was wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, my pleasure. I love all those spots. They're all near and dear to my heart. And I think what I love most about those spots, especially Doña Paola and Renzo, is the owners, the actual people. They're very sweet, kind people. We got Rhea in the house. Rhea and Doug from Cozumel, good to see you guys. Jonathan, what's up? Hello from Amsterdam, good to see you. Amsterdam in the house. Guys, remember to just double tap your screen to drop a like on this. We got Peter from California, awesome. So yeah, guys, big announcements are the shout outs. I'm in Belize, I'm filming content for you guys. I'm staying in a hotel that's actually pretty nice. I'm gonna show you guys the view real quick. Let me turn the camera around. It's a pretty basic spot here. But this view, though, it feels almost like I'm on a cruise ship. Look at that. The weather's been a little iffy. It was dumping rain when I pulled in. But that's the view right there. Danya's a sweetheart for sure. Best pozole ever. Yeah, that's the view right there from the room. Sitting here, editing videos, creating merch for you guys. What's up? So this is kind of the office right now. Yeah, it's a solid spot for sure. Breakfast included here. So guys, the crazy thing about this hotel is it has only a 6.5 rating on booking.com. So I'm going to do a video that should be out later on this coming week that I stayed in the worst rated or lowest rated hotel in Belize City. And I'll give you guys a tour and we'll see, is it really that bad? Because I think the deal for this view, I'll share with you what I paid, and yeah, I think it's, you know, I'm still trying to figure out why it's rated so low. So I'll have that video coming for you guys. But more importantly, I wanted to tease the video coming out tomorrow on my entire journey down here. I took the ADO bus down here. I'll share with you guys some surprises along the way, some hidden costs that you won't really be told about until you actually get to the border, the cost of the bus ticket, and the duration of the trip. It might surprise some of you guys because if you look at Google Maps, it'll tell you one thing. Reality is a different story. That's why you got to check out tomorrow's video. We got the Warrior driving to Florida in a couple days. Thank you, Billo says, okay, you were so calm and articulate. Thank you, my friend. Back for Thanksgiving, says Cheryl. Nice. Yeah, it's a great view, guys. Like, I really want to share with you. Yes, Trevor Simmons, that pozole is bomb. I really just do want to share with you this entire hotel. There's actually a casino here, which I've done a very good job of staying out of so far. There's a poker room. There's a massive pool. There's a gym. So I'm going to give you guys the full tour as best I can. You're really not supposed to film in the casino too much, but I'll sneak some shots in there. I haven't gone to Italy yet, Bilo, but I might go there on my next trip to Europe. I've got Portugal and Morocco on the list coming very, very soon. And I'm planning to do a ton of traveling this year. I've gotten some good opportunities, let's just say, to travel. So I'm actually probably going for a quick trip to Mexico City after this. To do some publicity for a friend's business as well. A business that I really, really, truly love. It's called Salon Cohiba. It's a Cuban bar owned by my very good friend Juan. And so I'm going to spend a little time in Mexico City. Of course, I'm going to be eating a lot. I love the food out there. I'll be getting top-notch Korean food. One of my favorites. Oh, nice. Katerina just says she got back from Morocco, Marrakesh. That's actually where I'm going. I'm going to do some backpacking, camping, trekking, spend about 4 days in the middle of nowhere, hiking and camping. Yo, what's up? We got a good group. We got Taco XLV in the house. I'm just here in Belize for probably 4 nights. I might extend, but the weather's been a little iffy. The visibility hasn't been great as far as the diving and the snorkeling. Plus, I have a giant hole in this wisdom tooth, so I can't really dive. I've still got the sinus issues, so when I try to dive, free diving, I come up and blood comes out, so I can't really risk it yet anyway. So I'll probably just do some snorkeling and chill and edit and film content for you guys. And it's just kind of a nice getaway. Leaving Playa for a week and then going back to Playa makes Playa that much sweeter, so that's kind of my thinking there. Monaco as well, for sure, from May to July. That would be when my Europe trip would be, actually during low season this year. I'll either do Europe or Southeast Asia, or actually both, and go on the Ropey World Tour. So I'm really looking forward actually to low season. I spent the entirety of low season pretty much in Quintana Roo, but I did go to Holbox, Bacalar, Cozumel to break things up and get away from the sargassum. But it was a rough sargassum season, guys. So this low season, I think I'll be traveling a lot more. And guys, also I got a new trucker hat designed today. It's kind of just a basic TheRopeMonster logo with the YouTube play button on there. And I think I have, 13 colors available on the trucker hat. I got the new coffee mug, has 2 sizes, I think an 11 and a 15 ounce. I think the one I'm most excited about might be the Flask. It's a 6-ounce stainless steel flask that'll fit in your pocket. And it's got the classic ropey picture way down at the south of Playa Car and says Vamanos on there. And that one's got 7 colors available. I like kind of the olive drab. And then I also got the cell phone cases up for iPhones, I think 14 through 17. So pretty big stuff there. That's pretty cool, Katarina, that you were in Monaco as well. Yeah, once you're in Europe and North Africa, it makes sense to just keep traveling around because the flights are so short, or you can even take trains. So I'll be doing that, documenting a lot of the journey. Guys, really good feedback so far on the new video too. If you haven't seen that, it's the best budget meal. And I truly believe it's the healthiest, cheapest, highest quality option made by the most loving person possible in Playa del Carmen. So check out that video if you haven't seen it yet. Hey, from BC, we got Aspman. It sounded bad, but it's Aspman97, not Assman. Sorry, my friend. Okay, so Katarina didn't see the F1. Yeah, I'd like to see the Formula One stuff. That would be pretty cool. Egypt. Yeah, the only thing, I've got some friends from Egypt, actually, quite a few friends who I've met in Playa who spend Egypt in the winter, I've met in Playa from Egypt, spend the winter in Playa. Sorry, still coffee kicking in. Who have told me that Egypt is beautiful, but it can be a little intense for tourists, especially fair-eyed, green-eyed, blonde people, as far as the scammers. Thank you so much. Aspman97 says, Me gusta mucho el video de Valladolid. Gracias, hermano. I love Valladolid, guys. It's no mystery that renting a scooter in Valladolid, or Cozumel for that matter, but especially Valladolid, and just exploring the cenotes, the surrounding area, getting out on those jungle roads, that is one of the favorite ways that I can spend my day. And I had a very, very sweet friend with me, Sabrina, for that adventure. And when you share it with someone, it's just that much better. Those cenotes with the light coming in, and there's subterranean cenotes way down in a cave, yet the natural light comes in and makes that light makes the color of the water this beautiful Curacao blue. There's nothing better than that. Saludos desde Bacalar, Javier. Nice. I'm glad you're down there, my friend. Where are you staying? Right on the lagoon, I hope. Reina Simmer, hey Rope, where do I find your merch? Reina, thank you for asking. There is a link in the description of this live stream. So upon exiting this live stream, or even during the live stream, you should be able to click the link, and it will take you over there to the merch shop, right directly to the products page, and you can go ahead and browse the now 14 products on the shop. I've been hard at work designing these products and doing my best to bring you guys the quality. We got Albin in the house. What's up? What's up? Nice to see you, my friend. Yeah, so Bilo, I hope I'm saying that right, Bosnov, says, yeah, Egypt is definitely an open place for pickpocketing or little scams, but if you seriously love pyramids, you can be cautious about it. Yeah, guys, what I like to do is bring that Osprey bag, and it sits right here. And I love the Daylight Osprey. But putting that bag right here, keeping your passport, your debit cards, your cash, everything in the pouch within the main pouch. So not only is it in one pouch, you have to open another zipper to get in there. Freaking love that bag, in case you couldn't tell. Guys, lately I've been doing all the filming with the Action 5 Pro from DJI. I wanted to show you guys that because I get a lot of questions about the camera that I use, and this is literally it. Look how small and discreet this thing is. So when I'm filming in places like Egypt or say in Mexico City where there's big crowds, I can keep the camera right here with no stick. It has built-in stabilization. I can keep it close to my body, do this, keep the movement slow, and then when I want to vlog, I can put it on ultra wide and just simply do this. You'll never see me with a stick or an extender unless I'm really trying to get a shot outside of a car or a train or something like that. But this is the camera, guys. It has a super night mode, so I film at night. Not affiliated with them. I just truly love this little camera. And a big shout out to Chris at Jumping Places. Beautiful channel, beautiful wife you have, Chris. Carolina's a sweetheart. But he recommended this camera to me a year and a half ago or so, and I have not looked back. Chris was filming in Guatemala on a cloudy day, and I was like, man, how are you getting such good light? And he says, I switched from a GoPro to a DJI Action 5 Pro. That's the camera, guys, for you vloggers or aspiring vloggers. Absolutely, Mike. No doubt. Yeah, personal security detail might be good below for me at this point, going over there especially. And thank you, Raina, for checking out the merch. And to all of you guys, and once again, shout out Trevor Simmons, Kathy, Tracy, Michael, Roger, Jill, and everyone who has already purchased merch, whether it's a coffee mug or a t-shirt. Truly means the world to me to get the merch out there, and that you guys are gifting people those items for Christmas and so on. That's really sweet. Farhad, what's up, my brother? How you doing? Says, hey, TheRopeMonster. We got Mike has a great point about Europe during summertime. Flight prices can be a little ridiculous and airports crowded. Very true, Jonathan. Yeah, I went to Greece August of 2018, and the ferries from island to island were also quite crowded, but it was worth it. It was beautiful. Todd has a good point here. The new DJI Action 6, he says, comes out next week, he thinks. I think you're right on with that, Todd. Thanks for mentioning that. So guys, maybe the Action 5 will go on sale when the 6 comes out, and I truly think the Action 5, for those of you who have watched my long form videos, I fly the DJI Mini 3 drone, lovingly known as Dronaldo, and I film every video with this Action 5 Pro. And I use generally rock steady plus and ultra wide settings so I can hold the camera here and vlog. Hamid says, hi, are you Afghani, bro? No. More of the German Scottish blood for me, but I take that as a huge compliment. The Afghani people are very beautiful people. Javier says, I'm staying about 2 blocks away from the lagoon, really nice place and private. Yeah, I've noticed that, Javier, that some of the lodging when you're back away from the lagoon are actually nicer places. I was tempted by one on the other side of the road that had like a jacuzzi tub. It was cheaper. But for me, being right on the lagoon and just hopping in a kayak in the morning is kind of what I'm all about. But that is a good trade-off, especially if you kind of want to spend a little more time in the town. I was a little far south in Bacalar in front of Cocalitos, the cenote there. GGB says it would be awesome if you could film a collab with Jumping Places when you go to Europe. They have your vibe. I freaking love you, GG, for even saying that. That's been a dream of mine. I collabed with William a couple times, Taudian, and that was a dream of mine for sure. He's truly a stand-up person, very intelligent, very fun to be around, and very strong. We worked out together. If you guys haven't seen that video, go back to the June videos and you'll see me and William working out together. But yeah, collabing with Chris and Carolina would be a dream for sure. Maybe in Brazil, maybe in Portugal, maybe in Europe, or Southeast Asia, who knows? Wherever it is, I would be open to that, and more than open to that. I'd be blessed. Maribel says, that's so funny. I go there in 10 days, 7 days on the islands, 3 days in San Ignacio to see some pyramids. Amazing, amazing. Hamid, your look is good, Afghan bro. do they do this cut, the faded beard? Fidel did this at La Malafama in Playa del Carmen. So guys, for those of you just getting here, I'm going to show you the view in my hotel, and you can see why I'm not out snorkeling or diving or on the boat trips. It's been quite overcast, rainy, but this is the view. And I noticed an order just came in on the shop. If that was one of you guys, a huge thanks to you. Can't be happier about the merch being up. Yeah, I'd love to be heading out there to like way out there to Caye Caulker and stuff. I'm not sure I'll do that this trip, but Belize is fairly accessible. Stevie V says, just watched your video on 40 peso quesadilla on 2nd and 20. Thank you, Stevie. Yeah, it's what's up, guys? Here's my little workstation here. For those of you just getting here, you can see I'm working on the merch. But yeah, thank you for those of you who have checked out the new video. Jorge is a good friend of mine. Not only does he make the best, some of the best food at the absolute best price in Playa, but he's just a joy to be around. Anytime I need a moral lift, that's what Doña Paola has in common. Sabor de los Ortega, Erica, and Alfredo over there. Anytime I'm feeling a little bit lonely or kind of off or need to just change my energy, I go see Jorge. I go see Doña Paola, who gives me a big hug every time. I go see Erica and Alfredo. I go see Fanny and Omar at La Organica. I go over and see Fernando and Ruben at El Arabe. The theme is always the same, guys. I don't just go for the food, I go for the people. So keep that in mind, that when I recommend a food spot, even Bendita Costilla, they treat me so well over there. So I really don't just go for the food. I go for the people and the moral support and the love and the smiles and the laughs. What's up, Trev Rage? Trevor Simmons in the house. Hey, Trevor, I think you picked up one of those Viva Ronaldo shirts, if I'm not mistaken. So I wanted to say thanks, brother. I really appreciate you. I am so looking forward to the day when I walk down Fifth Avenue or the beach and see one of you guys rocking the TheRopeMonster trucker cap, or with the insulated ropey thermos, or the Ronaldo t-shirt, or some of the Christmas merch. I'm really liking how my Dronaldo Feliz Navidad logo came out, little Dronaldo with the Santa hat. I can't help but just smile and laugh when I see that. Yeah, Jim Watt has a good point there. James Watt, shout out. Everybody leave Jim some love in the comments. He was in the burger video with me, and he recommended that medio metro burrito at the end of the video that was deep in the bonus material. And he says that that quesadilla may have been more food to peso than the actual medio metro burrito. And it's true, the quesadilla is like that, guys. It's the size of the plate, and it's 40 pesos. Imagine, you could get 5 of those for 200 pesos and feed your entire family, guys. Or just meal prep. Buy 5 of them, buy 2 to eat there and 3 to go. Cut them in fourths and put them in a Tupperware and call it meal prep. And you're not going to be able to make anything better than that at home, because, I don't know anyone who's making homemade quesadillas at home, or tortillas, at home. We got Rendell. I passed by that $2 quesadilla a couple of times, but I never ordered because I thought the food there is not good. It looks, I know, Rendell, how it looks, the setting is like iffy, and that's why I take the bullet for you guys. Sometimes I try those street food places and I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? I spend the next 2 days, not necessarily sick, but just not feeling well. But that one's a winner. I've eaten there every day for, say, 2 weeks straight. Never had a problem. In fact, I feel good after I eat it. I take naps and have peaceful dreams. Oh no, Trevor, Ocean's order got yelled at for just buying my shirt. Oh no, okay. Oh man. Well, hopefully it's worth it long term. Hopefully the shirt brings some smiles to you guys. I just think that little Ronaldo logo is adorable. So he's become quite the star. Hopefully his head doesn't get too big to where he's like, I'm not flying today, Dad. Watching from Winnipeg, Manitoba right now, Rendell. Thank you, my friend. We got the Phoenician. What's the best food you have tried in Belize? Well, I haven't tried much yet. I went to a pupusa spot that I'll probably put in the bonus material for tomorrow's video. And she's from El Salvador. Miriam is her name. So it's something Miriam's Pupusas. And it's right on the water, north of the Ramada a little ways. And I had told her that I had not eaten all day. I missed breakfast. I was almost late for the bus. The bus left at 7:40 in the morning. And when I told her I hadn't eaten, I said, let me get a pupusa right away to start to get something in my belly. And then she did the guisado de pollo with rice and beans, just a traditional Belizean plate, but it was huge. Like she mounded up so much, and she's like, that's because you haven't eaten all day. She's like, you're eating like you're in your home. So that's a good spot. I haven't tried anything else yet other than the continental breakfast here at the hotel, which was actually pretty good too. Dead Dollar says, okay, yeah, reaching out to Rendell up there in Manitoba. How cold are you? Good question. Sandra Bernard, hello. Good to see you as well, Sandra. From Quebec as well, Mont Tremblant. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Awesome. We got a great group today. Happy Saturday to everyone. Happy weekend. Please let me know in the comments if you have any fun weekend plans, what you have going on. I would love to hear it. Guys, one other thing that I have in my kit usually that I wanted to mention is that when you're on these long bus rides or border runs, I know this is a pretty heavy big one, but I use the OtterBox charging blocks, which has a Type-C and then also has that traditional USB port. It's not really showing up very well because of the lighting, but I did want to mention this guy right here. That's how I keep my camera charged. I can keep my phone charged. Sometimes the charging ports on the buses don't work. So you got to be prepared with something like that. Hey, what's up, Paolo? From the UK, good to see you, brother. Sandra says they've got a lot of snow there. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, one thing I do miss about the snow is snowboarding up in Oregon on Mount Hood. We don't really get a lot of snowboarding in Playa del Carmen. Can't complain though, paddleboarding is good. Oh, I'm absolutely going back to Mexico in a few days, guys. I'm just in Belize for some fun, for a little quick getaway, but I'm here mostly to film a video for you guys on what it's like to make the border run on the bus. A lot of you will come down on 6-month, 180-day tourist visas, and you'll have to leave Mexico and then go back to Mexico. And I wanted to show exactly what that journey was like and why it may or may not be the best option for a visa run. And I wanted to compare it with other visa run options. So that's a lot of why I'm down here, and just a quick getaway from Playa as well. Sometimes, like I mentioned, getting away from Playa for a week and going back to Playa makes it that much sweeter. I'm also going to Mexico City, I think, directly after this for a few days to visit a good friend and check out his bar. I haven't been there in a while, Salon Coiba in the Doctores neighborhood, a Cuban bar with live music, karaoke, and fantastic beverages and cigars. I will probably go over there and meet up with my good friend Juan and have a cigar, and meet up also with my good friend Alfred Von Henry. Alfie, if you're watching this, I love you, bro. Hopefully you're healing up. Mike Morgan needs that merch. Yeah, I'm working that out right now with the issue with the European Union and the UK shipping. The shipping is fine, but the EU has some, and the UK has some pretty strict policies when it comes to products and safety guidelines and stuff. So I'm working through that, Mike. I would love to have the merch available to you, and I will soon, no doubt. Thank you, my friend Vincer. Appreciate you, my friend. So sweet. Banger in the house is High Rope. It's cold and raining here in Canada. Booked a trip to Reef 28 on December 9th. Yeah, I love Reef 28. They've got a nice spa there I use sometimes. Great location, good choice. And it's right by one of my favorite bars for live music, El Caiman. My buddy Leo Butasi plays there from time to time, and he is the best guitar player I think I've ever seen live. And I actually gifted him my old, the necklace that you used to see in all my old videos. He was going through some stuff, and I was like, you know what, take this, bro. Let it give you all the power and courage and strength that you need. I am from Portland, Oregon. Vincer asks, TheRopeMonster, where are you from? City, country? Portland, Oregon, USA. We got Nair Galvin, hello from South Texas. Will you do any reviews on the Xcaret parks? Yeah, for sure, eventually. I'm not a big fan of water parks. I just feel like a lot of times it's a lot of chlorine and a lot of exposure to just a lot of germs. It feels like sometimes a little bit like the water parks for sure seem a little bit cesspool-y, but at the same time they look like a lot of fun, and so I'll probably do it. Okay, James Watt says, haven't found the best spot yet in Playa for good cigars at a cheap price. Need to figure that out. Good call, Jim. I have not yet either. I did find a good place that had, real Nicaraguan and Cuban cigars, but the prices are insane. I think I spent 25 bucks. I wanted to celebrate. A friend of mine was having a kid, and we wanted to do a video chat and smoke a cigar together to celebrate. And I think I spent about $25 US on my cigar, on one cigar. At least it was good. Thank you, Vincer says, dude, you create good content. Thank you, my friend. I'm actually on this trip mostly just to create content for you all and once and for all put to rest the question of which visa run is actually the most economic and easiest on your body and soul. Because some of these visa runs are not quite as easy as they might look on a map. So in this particular video that should be out tomorrow at 10 a.m., I show the actual border crossing, the process at immigration, all of that, and how long each waiting period is, how long the overall trip takes, how much the bus ticket costs, what time you have to be there, which days of week you can take the bus. So I got as much info in there as I could. And then, of course, any other questions you have, put them in the comments below, and I will do my best to answer them, and anyone else in the community can also help answer any questions you may have regarding this easiest and best visa run. What's up, Howard? Yeah, we're live from Belize. Howard's just getting into the house here. Let's all give Howard some love. Sandra says your content is very good. Appreciated. Thank you for sharing. Well, Vincer, yeah, the bus is better than the train. There is no train Maya to Belize, so there's no other option there. We're going to give, JT87 says, is it still easy to find apartment rentals mid-December? Last year, not so much. This year, I'm thinking it will be. We'll do more on that when we get there. And I am doing a fishing video. Pete the Greek says, I'd love to see you do a fishing trip. I was actually planning on doing that midweek last week, but the wind was so heavy, the fishermen did not go out. I'm going to take a moment. Yes, very busy guy. Thank you, Trevor, for giving Howard some love. I'm going to take a moment to share Howard, show him the room and the view because he just got here. Howard, this is the room. I've got a video coming out later in the coming week on this hotel. It's actually a fairly low-rated hotel on booking.com, but I feel like I'm in a cruise ship. When I step back about to here, where you can't see the dock anymore, and I look out, kind of looks like I'm on a cruise ship. It's a pretty sweet view. But, yeah, Airbnb for 2 weeks, and hopefully gives me time to find a one-bedroom or studio. No, I haven't moved yet, Mike. I'm moving early December. But it might be temporary. I have the option to move back into my current place end of April. I might also be doing a long world tour, TheRopeMonster world tour this coming low season. And so if I do that, I'll probably just store my stuff at a friend's apartment. I don't have that much stuff, and travel Southeast Asia all the way around the world to Europe and North Africa, and then of course back to Playa del Carmen before high season hits. Saludos, Adalberto Salazar in the house. Saludos, see you in December 23rd through 30th. Thank you, Howard. The real Cohibas? Oh man, Howard. Yeah, some people hate cigars. My buddy Dave, shout out Dave. He says they smell like rotting garbage or something, I think was what he said. I don't know. I only like them every now and then to celebrate something. Japan is 100% on the list, Mike. Thank you for asking. I already have a lot of video concepts for Japan. I want to go into some of the blue zones where people consistently live over 100 years. But I mostly want to go there and eat. I'm very interested in the iodine-rich diet, the seafood. And I have a very good friend, Asami. Shout out Asami, James Watt, and Asami. Asami's from Japan, and she's told me so many good things about it and the food that I have to go there. Okinawa is 100% on the list. I could easily spend the entire visa in Japan and be happy exploring. There's a lot to see there and a lot to eat. Marcella, what's up? How you doing? We are here in Belize, Marcella. This is the view from the room. This is the scene in Belize City today. Absolutely gorgeous Saturday, waking up here. Make a stop in Lebanon. Absolutely, the food though there as well is fantastic. Howard says his daughter just got back from Tokyo. Did she love it? How was her trip? How was her experience? Please let us know, Howard. Yeah, I'll be leaving North America for a little bit, but actually before I started the channel and really started uploading content from Playa, I lived in Ecuador, so I was in South America for quite a while. Loved it down there. Got a little dangerous. Banger says, do you sometimes miss life in the States? Is it safely in your rear view mirror? I really, truly don't miss it. I'm not going to lie to you all and say that I miss it. I'm actually not. Mike asks, what's the, that's funny. I'll be bringing you guys the info on my hotel in not the next video, but the one after that. And Tracy, I'm going to be answering that question in tomorrow's video. How long the trip was, how much it costs, some unexpected costs, so look out for the video. But to thoroughly answer Banger's question, do I sometimes miss life in the U.S.? The only thing I really miss about the U.S. is my dad and my brother. I'm hoping they come and visit. And I do miss these summers in Oregon. I might go visit some friends in Colorado this coming summer as well if I'm around, and do some whitewater rafting. I miss rafting, climbing, cliff diving, rivers, cold six-pack of Coors Original right on the water. I miss those things for sure, but given the life that I have in other countries, especially in Mexico, I'm completely content. Yeah, thank you, Tracy. I'm looking forward to, I've got to edit the whole thing today still. So busy today so far. I've had breakfast. During breakfast, I designed new logos and stuff for the merch, came upstairs and actually designed it. And then I went downstairs, got another cup of coffee, and then came right up here and started the live stream. So it's been a busy one so far. And then I've still got an entire full-length video to edit, export, and then upload and put the title and thumbnail on it. There's a lot that goes into this channel, but it really does keep me excited about life. It's good to have projects. Hey, we got a Nivis in the house. Some of you guys remember Anna from some of the older videos, like last winter in Mexico City. We also went to Las Grutas de Tolontongo. Wanted to give everybody, please give Anna a shout out. Sweet Anna in the house. This is the view from the room for Anna just joining us. Also, there's new merch up on the shop, which you probably won't be buying, but you can at least go on there. It's linked in the description below, and you can go look at it for funsies. The temp is just under 80 degrees Fahrenheit right now. This is the workspace today here in Belize City. Having one last cup of coffee, and this is the room. And then from right here, it looks like we're on a cruise ship, kind of fun. Trevor, thanks for giving the love. Mike, you guys have been with the channel long enough to remember Anna. We've had a lot of fun times in Mexico City, in Ecuador, of course, long before the channel was really a thing. Also, we did some content in Playa. Anna was in the Brandenburger video as well. Back, July of 24, I think we did that one, or maybe June even. Yes. So guys, for those of you who don't know, Anna is a professional singer and has a beautiful voice. Check out her Instagram. Anna, if you want to go ahead and leave in the comments your Insta handle there. And of course, Anna has a YouTube channel as well. So if you want to go ahead and leave your socials there, that would be great for all of you guys who are interested in hearing her sing. Jill Ayers, what's up? Thanks for giving Anna some love. Jill, and Jill, thank you. If you're just now getting here, I gave you a shout out earlier, but I wanted to give you a shout out I've got my shout outs list right here and you're on it. I want to give you a shout out for supporting the merch and buying some merch from the shop. It really means a lot to me. Yeah, the meteor. Trevor saw that. There's a YouTube short, and also a long form video where we go on the cable car in Mexico City, and there's a meteor behind, right over when I said, and look behind us, and I was talking about the traffic that we were avoiding, and a meteor went right over behind my right shoulder. Thanks again, Jill. And Gigi, I love Gigi's love for Anna. Gigi actually met Anna in person and brought us down a deck of Uno cards. And so she had the privilege of meeting the beautiful Anivis. And Anna's got some big news, but I'm not sure if she wants to announce it here on the channel or not. She'll probably keep it private, and I want to respect her privacy, but could not be happier for you, Anna. And I'm so glad to see you here in the live. And guys, also please do leave your merch ideas in the comments here. Katie inspired me to design a 40-ounce double wall insulated thermos, TheRopeMonster thermos, that she can bring down with her to Cancun and do a little sippy in there incognito, put her cocktails in there. Fishing trip. Yeah, I would like to organize a subscriber fishing trip, and I'll be doing a video soon on not only fishing tours, but where to buy fresh caught fish of the day. And so that'll be at the top of the docket when I get back to Playa. Also, I'm going to the Cancun Hotel Zone and Isla Mujeres. I have not forgotten. The weather did not permit on the days I was available to go to Isla Mujeres. It was dumping rain. And if Dronaldo can't get up in the sky, then I'm just not about it. And once again, guys, thank you for all the love for Anna. If you haven't seen her, go back to the old videos. Go back to Mexico City. The video that I did on how I learned Spanish was filmed all the way back in La Roma, and Anna actually did the camera work on that. Trevor's in for the fishing trip as well. So we're going to organize maybe a bro trip. I have to see how many spots are available on the boat, and then I'll speak with Santos and El Gato, some of the head honchos over there at the fishing area, and see if we can get out there and do some fishing and see whose forearms are the strongest when it comes to reeling in a giant grouper. Guys, spoiler alert, about 6 or 7 days ago, they caught a grouper out there. I'm going to feature that in the video. I got some photos of it. They caught a grouper out there that was like bigger. It was bigger than me. It was maybe twice my size as far as weight. Yeah, absolutely, Mike. I'm always negotiating and trying to get the best deals on the raw products. Maybe a No Mames shirt, says Nere Galvin. That's a good idea. No Mames. Mike Morgan says, I'll be at the bar when you get back from the fishing trip. Good call, man. We'll all have a cold one and celebrate either our wins or losses out there at the high seas. That's the beautiful thing about fishing, is that no matter what, you get a good story out of it. You catch a big one, you get a big one on the line and you lose it, or it's just completely dead out there. Either way, you're going to get a good story out of it. It's all about perspective. Got to work on my pipes, says Dead Dollar. Yeah, in this upcoming trip, guys, I ended up missing breakfast in the upcoming video, I should say, of my trip yesterday. I missed breakfast, and then there was nobody selling tamales anywhere at the bus stations. Usually when you've already eaten, then you see these little abuelitas everywhere selling tamales, but when you're actually hungry, they're nowhere to be found. You'll hear tamal de elote, tamales, tamales, bolillos, bolillos calentitos, and then when you're actually hungry, they're gone. Nobody around. So that's what happened to me yesterday. So I feel like I lost a couple pounds actually, but I'll get it back here in Belize. The food is fantastic here. We got Guillermo Romero. Hello, TheRopeMonster. Thank you for the videos and the work you put in. Going to PDC in a week, and your videos have helped me a lot to know what to do over there. Keep doing your thing, brother. Appreciate you, Guillermo. Gracias, carnal. Howard Garrett says, I got seasick on Lake Ontario. Not sure about the fishing trip. Yeah, if you got sick on the lake, but it really depends on the conditions. If it's flat out there, if it's really calm. So from May to August, you can go out pretty much any time of day. From mid-November to about mid-April, you have to go out between 6 and 7 in the morning when it's still calm, and then the wind kicks up later. So those are some pro tips. I'm not in Mexico, actually, Salim. Salim Kara asks me. I'm in Belize right now. I will probably do some Tulum vlogs, Guillermo. I'm not a huge fan of Tulum necessarily, but I think there's some good content to be made down there on pros and cons and what it has to offer. So I've been meaning to do some Tulum content, more stuff in Isla Mujeres, Cancun, and keep branching out. I've got stuff from Cozumel, Holbox, Bacalar, and so on, Valladolid. I've got a few videos from Valladolid as well. So I got to keep going to these other spots. Yeah, exactly. Conquer your fears, go throw up. Just, Howard, I feel like once you've thrown up everything out of your stomach, the seasickness gets better. Awesome, Mike Morgan with Mrs. M. Hope to see you guys. Hope to meet you guys. I would really love that. I might be in Mexico City for 1 or 2 days of your trip, and then I should be back. Yeah, Mike Soul says Tulum is horrible, no access to beaches. There's literally one spot that I know of to walk through and get access for free. And it's not a very nice beach, to be honest. So I'm a beach guy, and I think the beaches legally are supposed to be public in Mexico. So I don't really like what's happened in Tulum, just to be frank. And there goes what will be or should be my last cup of coffee for the day. James Watt has some good info there. He says, Mike, they're now starting to allow access to beaches since tourism has cratered. It's about time. Too little, too late, probably, but thank goodness they're finally starting to make those changes. Awesome. Thank you, Salim. Appreciate you. Always appreciate you guys checking out the videos. It means a lot to me. Howard says there are big swells on Lake Ontario, 18-foot boat, about 10 miles out, salmon fishing. Wow, that is a long ways out, too, 10 miles out. Yeah, Lake Ontario might as well be an ocean. I was kind of giving you some smack talk there, like, oh, it's a lake, but it's basically a sea. I mean, in Europe, I think there are seas that are smaller than Lake Ontario. And yes, guys, a big thank you to James Watt for that info. Rendell says, hi, Ropey, have you been to La Paz, Baja? I heard they have the best beach in Mexico. It's called Balandra. I've seen videos from Jumping Places YouTube channel on Balandra. I still have yet to go to La Paz. Just type in La Paz if you want me to go do some videos there. I would be happy to fly over there. I am a busy guy. I've got so many trips on the agenda, on the docket, but that's really not a tough sell. I've been wanting to go over there for some time. Actually, my first time in Mexico ever was in northern Baja when I was only 18 years old. I actually drove down in my Camaro, my 86 Camaro, to San Felipe. Shout out San Felipe. I've never met anyone in the chat from San Felipe, but it is a pretty tiny place. Good place for road trips, although there is some risk involved. Mike Morgan says Lloyd and Mandy left Tulum due to the lack of infrastructure. Yeah, I mean, even like unless you're connected to the Wi-Fi, a lot of times you don't even have internet. And I have a solid international plan that works in any country in the world, but even in Tulum, I struggle. So thanks for sharing that, Mike. Appreciate that. Seems like a lot of you guys do watch Lloyd and Mandy's channel. Howard says I was begging to go back to shore, but my brother-in-law has no mercy. That's brutal, man. Yeah, Marcella, for sure. The food, she says Baja's beautiful, no doubt. James Watt says Lloyd and Mandy left Tulum because they were there for a month and can't stay anywhere longer than that. That's kind of a funny point. I've started watching their channel as well, and it seems that way, that they're a little bit restless, but I can understand that. It's hard for me actually to stay in Playa more than 2 or 3 months at a time without taking a fairly major 4 or 5 or 6 day trip, or even a week or two week trip. Then I like to come back. Mike Soul says, I don't like negativity, but there are some horrible scam construction in Tulum. Be careful. For sure, a lot of the pre-sale stuff is really sketchy. Yeah, Howard, I recently spoke to William actually just yesterday when I was on the bus. Howard Garrett says, William Taudian had a nice place in Tulum before he left. Well, I spoke with him and he did have a nice place, but he wasn't very happy about the prices he was paying. He's back in Thailand. And he had a good point. I asked him if he was going to move back to Playa. People miss him there. And he said maybe in the future, but for now, he said he can't imagine paying 3 times for rent what he's going to be paying in Thailand or Indonesia or other places like in Southeast Asia. Mike Soul, Isla Contoy is on the list for sure, and El Cuyo is on the list. I still have not gone to El Cuyo. Progresso in February for Todd Lancaster. He has invited me out there. I'd love to hang out with you and the missus if you guys are out that way. Would love to come out and check it out. Still haven't been. But yeah, at any rate, it was great speaking with William yesterday, but he had the pretty clear sentiment that the rent prices have gone up too much in Tulum, too much in Playa, and I have to agree that there should be some type of correction, or else a lot of us, myself included, may end up in Thailand or other places for extended periods of time just because it's more affordable and the food's good and it's the climate's great. So let's see, we've got Alina K. Hey, TheRopeMonster, been watching for a while. Love the videos. Have you been to Isla Contoy? Went in May and it was paradise. No, I have not still, with great shame. I have not gone, but it's on the list along with El Cuyo. Lloyd and Mandy kind of lost me when they decided to settle down with the baby. I like their travel stuff more. Yeah, it's interesting how these channels like Kinetic Kennons as well. Big shout out to the Kennons. They also had a child. You know, it changes things, but I think they're still doing their best to create good content. And I think having a kid is no easy task while maintaining a channel and a business and a brand. So I still think their stuff is compelling. I really like Kinetic Kennons over in Vallarta where I used to live. If I kind of want to see like my old stomping grounds, I'll just turn on some Kinetic Kennons. So if you guys haven't seen their channel, check them out as well. Thank you, Todd. Yeah, feel free to reach out, DMs on Instagram. We're in touch over there. Look, Marcella, the thing about buying an apartment in Tulum right now is that at least prices have corrected quite a bit, but there's some risk with it for sure. If it's already finished and you can go actually see the place, walk around, there's less risk in my opinion. But if you're buying, pre-sales, pre-construction, there's a ton of risk there. I'm not a big real estate guru. I'm more in stocks and equities, but I would say I can see the risk for sure. That's not hard to see. Banger says there's a Canadian YouTuber who lives on the Thai island of Koh Samui. and it looks like paradise. Yeah, Thailand is very tempting, guys. It calls out to me constantly. Pete the Greek, what do you know about Progresso and purchasing property in the Port Progresso? I know absolutely nothing on that, Pete. Sorry to disappoint. Hopefully someone in the comments can help Pete out. Pete the Greek, he's got a very valid question there. I know a lot of people buy in the Merida area and Progresso and seem to be happy, and I think there's less scams out there, at least from what I've heard. But I would try to get connected with a reputable agent and just get some. Yeah, you can always ask ChatGPT. Chat might know some stuff about that as well. Guys, this has been a fantastic live. I've got to go find a reasonable ATM here soon. I'm down to my last, let me check here. What am I down to? Down to my last 20 Belizean dollars, which is about 10 US. Can't be walking around with 10 bucks on me. So I'm gonna go find the most reasonable ATM. I think it's about a 15-minute walk, pull out some cash, get some groceries. I was craving fruit last night. There were no tiendas open, so I'm gonna get some fruit. Mike, I hope that's not the case. Mike says, strong rumors that Google YouTube is going to drastically cut the pay to content creators. Well, if they do that, they're gonna have some big problems because people like myself are going to be less incentivized to upload on a regular basis. It's already pretty iffy because Google takes about 66% of the AdSense revenue. And before my channel was even monetized, Google was putting ads on my content and making money on it. So they might try to experiment with that, but they're gonna see some pushback. If anything, they need to incentivize creators more than they have. There should be bonuses and incentives rather than pay cuts, but anything to please the shareholders. And the only thing I can say is at least I bought a bunch of Google stock when it was way down in the 150s and 160s. We got Stugart's in the house, caught this a bit late. How much did you pay to get to Belize from Playa? That all that information is going to be in the video tomorrow. Please do watch it. Today was more about teasing the video and letting you know what's coming. So the prices, how long it takes. The cost is not so easy. That's why I say watch the video tomorrow, because there's actually some fees that I didn't expect. And so I put that in the video. Howard says, I always wonder about the building standards in Mexico. You often see fairly new places with the exterior deteriorating. Yeah, that's absolutely true, Howard. From my old building, I asked the maintenance guy, how old is this building? 18, 15, 20 years? And he says 7 years. And I thought, man, this place is already kind of falling apart. So yes, my friend, yes, Stu, my pleasure. Have a great day, Jill, as well. Thank you so much. Lots more fun stuff to come. The video coming out tomorrow shows a very raw, real look at what it takes to get to Belize City on the bus from Playa, costs, etc. I also show some of the countryside right when you get into Belize and some of the small villages, the humble homes. And so I always just try to give you guys the most real look possible. I've never stayed, Zoltar asks, ever stayed in Cancun. I actually have not. I'll probably go up there and stay in the hotel zone for a few nights and do some content up there. Rhea, thank you, my friend. Contoy in 2 weeks for Mike Morgan. Maybe I'll see you out there if the stars align and the timing works out. I've got a lot of stuff coming. I'm also moving early December. I'm moving apartments. Luckily, I don't have a ton of stuff. I have more stuff than William. He can just put everything in his backpack. I'm a little envious. I have a juicer and things like that. That I really enjoy. Anyway, guys, thank you again. Just remember to double tap your screen if you get a chance before the end of the live to drop a like on this. Yeah, William did make a visa rundown here, Howard, and so I'll be doing a part 1. And if I fly to Mexico City from here, I won't do the part 2. If I take the bus back to Playa, I'll do part 2 and show the return trip. Although me and William's situations are different. Because I'm not going to be on a tourist visa going back, and he was, and I think he had to actually pay a little bit of this to the powers that be. So anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks again for being here. Please check the description or check the link in the description below if you want to see the new merch. I'm fairly proud of how it turned out. I'm really excited about the Flask, the little 6-ounce flask. I think a lot of you guys might get a kick out of pulling out the TheRopeMonster flask and having a little drink off of that. And the new trucker cap, I think, turned out well. So anyway, guys, much love. See you all in the video tomorrow, 10 a.m. Sunday. Is Belize really the best visa run option is kind of the theme of that video. It's very raw. I'm not going to put in a ton of music or edits, much like the video today on the quesadilla. You may have noticed it was very raw. I did minimal editing. I just want to bring you guys the information in the best little package possible. Marcela, gracias igualmente. Cuídate. Nos vemos. Ciao. Rope Monster out. Thank you all. Love you all. Peace.